Good non-district games tonight. Sulphur Springs at White House, Troop at Palestine Westwood, and Wascom at TK Gorman, just to name a few. But the one game you voted on to be our game of the week is a battle between two of our western teams, Palestine at Van. That's where our Ryan Moy is right now, live at Van Memorial Stadium to get us ready for the game. Ryan?
Absolutely, Keith. We are here at Van Memorial Stadium. The Vandals taking on the Wildcats of Palestine. But guess who I have with me? The one and only head coach of the Van Vandals, Jared Moffatt. Coach Moffatt, thanks for joining us. Just talk a little bit about last week. You guys beat Lindale 41-17. You guys are now 3-0. I mean, what's it like now being 3-0?
Well, it's great to be 3-0. A lot better than 0-3, I can promise you. Last week was a big game. Anytime you play Lindale, 16 miles down the road, that game's always a big game. These kids grow up together. So having the opportunity to go over there and beat them like we did was great for our football team and where we are right now at the start.
And, talk just a little bit about your quarterback. I mean, he's a stud. He had a stellar performance last week, the week before. American State Bank Player of the Week. Talk a little bit about his performance.
Well, I think the people in Van, me included, are kind of spoiled to Garrett Mosley's performances week in and week out. He runs for 100 yards, he throws for 300, counts for 4 touchdowns, and that's just another night for him, and he's been doing that now for 2.5 years. He's played great so far this season, running the ball, throwing the ball well. Of course, he's playing behind a very talented offensive line. That's a lot of our success offensively, but he's playing great, and we're going to need him to play great for the rest of the year if we're going to be a really good football team.
And talk to us a little bit about that O-line. I know they don't get the shine that a lot of the other guys get, but they really are the guys, putting in work in the trenches.
Well, we're fortunate this year with our offensive line. We have all 5 starters back. 4 of them are seniors. Left tackle Chris Dykes is going to TCU, and the center Caleb York is a 3-year starter. It might be the best offensive line we've had in my 8 years in Van for sure, and one of the best that I've had the opportunity to coach in my 20 years of coaching. So those guys up front, like you said, they don't get a lot of publicity, but they're a big part of our success and where we are right now on offense.
And, just talk a little bit about utilizing that momentum from last week into this week. How are you gonna come out with a win to become 4-0?
Well, you play Palestine. Those guys are always talented. Coach Clark has done a tremendous job over there in his 3rd year. The kids are playing well. It shows that they've been in the system now for 3 years. And this game with Palestine's a war. It was a physical game last year. Their kids played hard. They fly to the football. And that's what we're expecting tonight out of this game. And we're going to have to play extremely well to beat these guys tonight.
Sounds like a plan. You heard it here from our own Van Vandal head coach, Moffatt. I'm out here. We're going to have more at 10 and 11, highlights at 10 and 11. More of the story, you can find it at Under the Lights later on tonight. Live in Van, I'm Ryan Moy, CBS 19. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Ryan. Palestine Van, just one of the games we're going to have highlights of tonight on Under the Lights. We will be all over East Texas this evening, from Van to White House, Spring Hill, and everywhere in between. Our short version of Under the Lights airs at 10 o'clock right here on CBS 19. The big show is at 11 on the CW. Kevin John will join me. And if you aren't near a TV, we'll be on Facebook Live as well. We are going to be all over the place tonight. Lots of good games and some district openers as well.
Where are you sending me tonight?
You are going to Carlisle,
okay,
and then Chapel Hill.
I got 2 games tonight.
If you're in either of those games, go say hi to Brian.
And I have to race back and do the 10 with you.
Yeah.
How much fun.
You're a team player. That's all we got to say.
I like football.
Yeah.